Wow, hit him with the zoom out. It's crazy. Hi, YouTube. Don't mind my messy room. It's a lot going up in here. How are you guys? Hi, lovelies. Okay, so it has been exactly, let's see. And I should know. And I'm so late and need to let y'all know. Okay, so wow. Exactly, I feel like 1 year ago or more. So, hi, I'm back. It is not done. Face, not really beat. I haven't been through a whole day. I think I had this the last time. You see me? So sorry. But yeah, so I'm back. A lot has changed and I feel like I need to update you guys. This will be a good part to put like an intro, but I still don't know how to edit, y'all, so let's just have a girl chat. So a lot has changed in the last year. This year I did not get a new job. I'm still working at the same job. I've been 3 years now at that job. But school-wise and internship, I am done. And I'd said in my last video I was going to take you on my internship journey. I did not. But I am officially done with my internship. Woo! And I'm officially done with school. I graduated. I should go get my hat, but it's over there, and I don't know. I should get it for y'all. I'll get it for y'all at the end of the video. But I graduated. I now have a master's degree in counseling. Yay! And yeah, so we'll be able to pause right there. So that's a whole nother thing. Yeah. Yeah, so sorry. Something else came in. Oh, that's actually old. My bad. But yeah, so I'll cut that out hopefully. But so sorry, I will cut that out. But yeah, so I'm doing well, guys. I graduated. A little bit about school. Sorry, it's July 4th. I should have gave the date. Happy 250 years of the incarnation of America. I don't really know much to say, you know. I'm African American or Black, and yeah, my family has a lot of, you know, historical ties here through, you know, ways of like slavery and stuff like that, building this like nation. And I don't really know. There's a lot of inventions, you know, by Black people, a lot of contributions, a lot of just a whole lot of, and I just feel like, you know, my people don't get the respect, the praise, the admiration, the just normal human decency. And so yeah, I don't you know, while I spend time with family, we might do fireworks. We didn't do fireworks today, it was raining. But it's hard to like really like fully be happy when there's actively so much, you know, going against my people like every day. So, you know, my favorite holiday that I did celebrate fully and joyfully was Juneteenth, to celebrate the end of slavery on June 19th, 1865. But yeah, no, yeah. But anyway, as you can see, this video is going to be titled possibly Overcoming Heartbreak, Guilt, and Rejection. Guilt? Survivor's guilt? Not survivor's guilt, but like, I don't know. Overcoming Heartbreak Part 2. I feel like when I first started my YouTube channel, I was back then, you know, going through a lot. And I feel like now I am also going through a lot, just in a different way. And being older, I feel like I process things like a lot differently. Maybe. Or I can't even say better. There's definitely, I feel like, less expression, which I wouldn't necessarily say is good. Um, I wish there was more expression over time and more processing. But basically, y'all, in the last year, because y'all didn't see me, I basically got into a relationship. And it's about 1 year later, and it didn't work. And it has come to an end. And I feel like the ending was on my behalf. And I don't know, I feel like some people feel like the person who does the breaking up, sometimes, like, this is how people feel, that they don't hurt, that yeah, that they don't hurt, that they don't feel heartbroken, that they don't, I don't know, that they're happy like after it happens. And that's not true. And sometimes, like, the people who do the breaking up are pushed to that brink because they just given so many chances and they just can't take it anymore. And I feel like that is kind of how things have played out for me, and it's really unfortunate. I really love this person, and I just feel like I kept pouring into them in ways that I hoped. And well, they explained to me how they like to be loved, and I did all those things. And then in ways in which I expressed how I like to be loved, I feel like those things weren't met. And I understand, like, there can be like financial concerns and like other barriers that get in the way, but after a certain point, there's only like so much that a person can take when their cup is not being refilled. And so that's kind of what was happening. And I don't know, I just wanted to, sorry y'all, I gotta stretch. I just wanted to get on here and just kind of like give that check in, because I haven't been here in forever. But like also just kind of leave space to talk about like when the feelings associated with stepping away and leaving a relationship and dynamic, and not, you know, knowing what comes next, not feeling, you know, the greatest, your greatest. And I'm looking down like I'm shy with y'all. It's just me and the camera, but I know there's some people on the other side. So um yeah, leaving a relationship, uncertainty about what comes next, graduating from school, and having uncertainty about what comes next from that, living with parents, and trying to figure out what comes next in terms of just, it's just a lot. Being at this age, it's just a lot of uncertainty and of what comes next. And while it can be exciting, and I feel like I talked about this in one of my previous videos, while it can be exciting, it can be scary too. And you might not want to, like, you don't want to make mistakes, you don't want to per se ruin your life, if there's such thing. Like, you don't want to pick a decision that could ruin your life. And I'm like grabbing my throat because I'm like, I'm so scared. But I'm scared, but I also know that, oh, sorry, I just had like, my brain was just like, I don't know if y'all heard that meme or anything, like everything can change in an instant. Like, I don't know, like, but Everything can change in an instant. Okay, I don't know, girl. I'm talking about rejection and stuff like that because I did feel rejected. I forgot overcoming the heartbreak, but we're gonna move into the rejection part before I go into speaking positivity over us. In terms of overcoming rejection, that shit is hard. That shit is hard. That shit is hard. And it's so easy to be like, okay, they didn't pick me. I can move on. Like, okay, they didn't pick me. I can move on. I'm like, I'm still the baddest. I'm still the greatest. The greatest one to ever do it. But, like, let's be realistic, guys. When you want something that doesn't want you, you feel it. Like, you feel it. And, or even if you want something and that thing does want you, but it's just not on the same way, shape, form, or escape, like, you feel it, and that shit, it hurts too. And I hate to get into the signs and stuff like that, but as an Aries, like, we just love so intensely and want to feel that shit back. And when it doesn't play out right, when it doesn't happen, it hurts, and like something shifts. And I'm not gonna sit here and cry to you guys, because even though it's my check-in, I could cry if I want to, but everybody has a digital footprint. But it hurts. And honestly, like, in multiple ways, in multiple relationships, I feel like I have been rejected for like opening myself up to like who I am and showing like all sides of myself, and then things not working out, or feeling like I've been like needed to be pushed into a corner to like change who I am to make something work, or squeeze myself down into a version of myself that I am not, or not comfortable with being, to make someone else comfortable, and for their personality or their way of being to just take up the whole space. And I cannot do that. And at 29, I'm learning to not do that. And it's hard, and it feels uncomfortable, and it doesn't make me happy. And it doesn't make me feel, I don't want to say it doesn't make me feel safe, because like, it's not that I feel unsafe. It just feels peculiar. Well, not peculiar. It just feels, let's say, new, to choose that over sacrificing myself. Which is like, okay, like, it sounds like you're going down the right track. And that's what I'm here to talk about. Like, sometimes things that, what do they say? Rejection is a blessing. Rejection is a blessing. And, it's true. And I don't know, but I just want to talk about more about the feeling, so But I think the biggest point to talk about is that when you get to that space, and it's so funny because I'm in that space and I'm like talking to myself, talking to you, but we're talking to each other and we're on the same page. If you're going through this as well, is that when you reach that uncertain space about what to do next, when you reach that uncertain space after being rejected, or choosing to go into rejection and not going into a space of like chasing, what's next is continuing to, I feel like, choosing yourself, not feeling uncomfortable in that certain space, getting comfortable with the uncomfortable, getting comfortable with the uncertainty, and then curving a new lane for yourself in that space of acceptance and self-love, and not running back, not chasing after the things that don't want you, chasing after yourself, figuring out what you want for yourself. The things that want you will then find you. I'm talking to myself here too, y'all. But the things that want you will find you. And I think that's the word for rejection that I have coming to me. In terms of guilt, the guilt that I feel, yeah. The guilt that I feel for not knowing what comes next. Going after something for so many years. Building up so much debt that I don't necessarily know what comes next and how to get myself out of it. Not really being sure if the career path I'm going down is gonna like suffice and be sustainable and X, Y, and Z. So much. Not knowing if like leaving this relationship and not putting in the effort and to stay and trying to like just make it work in some way. Like there's guilt all around in different ways, and thinking of how to live with that or work through those feelings. And it's not easy. It's not easy. It's not easy. But when I think about guilt, I think about, what's the word called? Not necessarily like self-acceptance, but what's the word? And not necessarily either like closure. It's the word self-acceptance, y'all. Sometimes I forget that I can search stuff on the internet. Let me see. Okay, maybe it's self-acceptance. Self-acceptance is the practice of embracing all your attributes, both positive and negative, without judgment. So yeah, so maybe you can have that guilt. You can be uncertain. You can not know. You can not have things like all figured out. You can work so hard, put in so much effort, time, and energy, and things don't work out for you. And you can feel guilty. You can feel dumb. You can feel like all these things. But at the end of the day, you have to like learn how to continue to love yourself. Give yourself grace. That's the word I was looking for. You have to give yourself grace and tell yourself that it's going to be okay. Even if you don't know it's going to be okay, you have to believe that it's going to be okay. And whoever that you pray to, whoever that you find a higher power in, even if that's yourself, you just have to lock in with them, tap in with them, give yourself a hug, and just know that it's going to be okay. Yeah, so your girl is overcoming a heartbreak and working through guilt, working through feelings of rejection in all aspects, not just with the heartbreak, because you heard all the different things that I have going on. There's a lot of changes happening. And your girl is also going through her Saturn return. And this is definitely a difficult time, you know, in my life. And I don't want to say there's no support. It's just life looks a lot different at this age than I thought it would. And I gotta get back to the drawing board, you know, and really navigate and figure stuff out. But everything is gonna be okay. And I just have to keep telling myself that. And even being back on YouTube, because I'm trying trying to build some type of community in this aspect in terms of like the check-ins and different things like that. And you guys are still my lovelies, and I do love you guys. Yeah, everything's gonna be okay, and that's it. So I hope you guys are faring well. I hope you guys have enjoyed your July 4th. I'm going to try to upload this. It is already 11:58. Wow. So yeah, it's already 11:58. So sorry, I'm trying to see. Okay. I had to make sure I did my Duolingo. It's a new day now. But yeah. So anyway, guys, it's already 11:58, so I'll try to get this out on July 5th. But remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much for being here with me. Until next time, love you. Bye.